ones last.
Welcome back to Rogues Prime Galleria. Once again, folks, I'm your host, Todd H., coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere in the Sunshine State, where the palm trees sway, the humidity clings, and the crimes never stop coming. On tonight's show, we're saddling up and we're heading west to explore the true story of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Two outlaws so charming they practically held up banks with a wink and a grin. They were the original bad boys of the Wild West, the kind of duo that made robbing trains look like a lifestyle brand. Now, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We've got brand new shows every Monday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, and you're not going to want to miss a single heist, scam, or shootout. But right now, let's get into it.
Okay, so I was looking at this picture the other day, and it really got me thinking.
Yeah.
It's this picture of Harry Sundance, Alonzo Longabaugh, with his father from around like 1870.
Right.
And it's just this normal family photo, and I'm looking at it thinking, this guy becomes this legendary outlaw, you know? It's just like...
What a journey.
It is pretty amazing when you think about the image we all have of the Sundance Kid, right?
Totally.
The gunfighter.
Yeah.
The guy who's always like right there next to Butch Cassidy.
Yes.
Robbing banks and trains all over the West.
Yep.
And then down into South America.
Exactly. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Right.
Like that movie that really kind of, 1969, that movie just solidified it, right?
Yeah,
they were like this inseparable duo, like always together pulling off these amazing heists.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of that is basically completely made up, right? Like when you really dig into the sources.
It's like, wow, there's a whole lot more to the story.
It's fascinating, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we are going to do today, right? It's a deep dive into their real story.
Totally. Let's like separate the Hollywood,
right?
You know, the glitz and glam from the actual history.
Exactly.
And to get to the real story, we got to start with Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
Right. Right.
The man who had become the Sundance Kid.
Oh, okay.
He was born in 1867 near Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And, you know, it's interesting. The family name was originally Longabaugh.
Huh.
He was the youngest of 5.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's kind of our starting point, right? Like his early family life.
His early life seems to have been like kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, he seems like he was a little bit restless. Maybe he didn't really fit in, you know, in a traditional sense.
Okay.
But he was super close to his sister, Samantha. And he was a big reader. Like a total bookworm.
Really?
Yeah. And then when he was around 13,
he went to work for this family, the Ralstons.
Okay.
But it's not like a normal job.
Yeah.
Like he was pretty much an indentured servant.
Oh, wow.
So he left there when he was 14.
Okay.
And just started going from job to job.
Huh, that's interesting.
You know, just kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that photo, you wouldn't picture that at all, right?
Yeah, not at all.
So it seems like all that moving around was really important, right?
Okay.
Because this is when he starts getting into those dime novels.
Oh, okay.
You know, those stories about Wild West outlaws.
Oh, yeah, full of action.
Yeah, and, you know, maybe a little exaggerated at times.
Of course.
But they really seem to capture his imagination.
Right.
Like you can see how a young guy, you know, searching for something more would be drawn to those stories.
Totally.
And get this, he actually went and bought himself a revolver.
Wow.
And taught himself how to shoot.
Really?
And from what we know, he got pretty good at it too.
Pretty skilled.
So this fascination with the West just takes over.
Yeah.
And when he was 15, he moved to Illinois to live with some cousins.
Okay.
And then they all decided to head even further west to Colorado.
Oh, wow.
First to Durango and then to Cortez.
Okay.
And it was in Colorado that he really became this expert horseman. Like breaking and training horses, all of that.
Wow.
And this is where things get super interesting because during this time, he meets some people who are going to be really important later on, including, like you said, Butch Cassidy himself.
Wow. So this is like years before they're really known as a pair.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
Isn't that wild? And not just Butch Cassidy. He also meets Matt Warner.
Okay.
And Kid Curry.
So he's running with some serious outlaws already.
Yeah, these weren't just casual acquaintances.
Right.
Like these were...
They were making connections.
Yeah, and those early encounters, I think, are super important, right?
Right, absolutely.
If we're going to understand how the Wild Bunch came together... But before all that, Longabaugh's search for work takes him to Deadwood, South Dakota.
Oh, wow, Deadwood.
I know, like the quintessential Wild West town.
Yeah, total boomtown.
Right. And there he picks up card playing.
Okay.
And gets mixed up with a pretty rough crowd. Even becomes friends with an outlaw who,
Oh, no.
Yeah, he ends up getting killed by lawmen.
That's heavy.
I know, and you can imagine how that affected him because he heads right back to Cortez.
Okay.
Back to his cousin. Like, he's trying to get away from that life.
Yeah.
But that quieter life, it didn't last.
Okay.
So by the fall of 1892, he's back in Montana, totally broke, no job.
Wow.
And this is when he makes a huge decision. He's going to rob a train.
He goes for it.
I know. He teams up with these two other guys, Harry Bass and Bill Madden.
Okay.
And they set their sights on the Great Northern number 23 near this little place called Malta, Montana.
Montana.
Yeah, and it just makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Like he goes from reading about outlaws to actually becoming one.
That's quite a leap.
I know, right?
And Malta, it was really isolated back then, mostly just a shipping point for cattle.
Okay.
And the name. Total coincidence. Apparently, when they applied for a post office, someone just pointed at a globe and picked Malta.
No way.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's so random.
Totally.
And I guess that isolation made it seem like an easy target.
Yeah, probably right. Out of the way, not a lot of lawmen around.
Right.
So yeah, you have this super remote place becoming the setting for Longabaugh's first big crime.
So on November 27th, although one of the sources actually puts it a bit earlier, like around September 29th.
Interesting.
They jumped onto the train.
Okay.
After it had dropped off some freight and mail and was just starting to pick up speed again.
Okay.
They got on the Blind.
Okay.
Which was this little platform between the tender where they kept the fuel for the engine and the express car.
Okay.
They went right up to the engineer and told him to stop the train.
Wow. Just like that.
I know.
And what happened when the train stopped?
They made the engineer and the fireman walk back with them to the express car.
Okay.
And then they confronted the express messenger, this guy named Jerry Howard.
Oh, wow.
They told him straight up, we're not going to hurt you. We just want the valuables.
Right.
So they found this local safe and made Howard open it. And they were super disappointed.
What?
There was only like $20 inside.
What?
I know. Can you believe that?
Oh, man.
There were some reports that there might have been a couple of small checks and some packages, but nothing they were interested in.
Right.
And then they found the big one, the express safe. But Howard told them that only agents in St. Paul and Butte knew the combination.
I wonder if he was telling the truth.
Right.
Or if he was just trying to protect what was inside.
Who knows?
That's a good question.
So what's really interesting here is that even though they basically got nothing, they didn't hurt Howard.
Huh. Interesting.
They could have, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But they didn't.
That's interesting.
They just looked through some more packages but found nothing valuable.
Right.
So they told the engineer and the fireman to head back to the locomotive.
Okay.
And they jumped off the train and vanished.
So they got away with it.
They did, and the crazy thing is, their masks kept slipping during the robbery.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Howard and the engineer actually got a good look at them.
Wow. You think that would come back to haunt them?
Oh, it definitely did.
Okay.
So the aftermath in Malta is pretty wild.
Okay.
The Great Northern Railroad offered a $500 reward for each of them.
Wow.
And then the governor of Montana matched it.
So $1,000 each.
Yeah, big money back then.
Yeah, for sure.
Sheriff O'Neill, he put together a posse.
Okay.
And when they got to Malta, they decided to stop for a drink at the local tavern.
Okay.
And guess who they found there?
Who?
Bass, Madden, and Longabaugh.
No way. They just walked right into that.
I know, it's crazy.
That's so bold.
Right.
Like they're being hunted.
I know.
And they're just casually hanging out in the saloon.
I know. And get this, they actually pulled out their guns.
No way.
And chased the posse out of the saloon.
Wow. That's like something out of a movie.
I know, right?
So they were playing it pretty fast and loose.
Yeah, for sure, but the luck didn't last.
Okay.
This railroad detective, W. Ed Black, he managed to track down and arrest Bass and another guy, not long after.
Right.
And around the same time, Sheriff O'Neill and another sheriff caught Longabaugh as he was trying to board an eastbound train.
Wow, so they almost got away.
I know.
So close.
And then Madden, he was captured a couple of days later.
Okay.
And he confessed, saying his partners were Bass and this guy he called Longbow.
Longbow.
Yeah, and that little detail is super important.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So then they have this trial in Great Falls, Montana, and this is where things get even weirder.
Okay.
Because the prosecution's case totally fell apart.
What?
I know, and they actually recommended that all three of them be released.
Wow.
Because there wasn't enough evidence.
So all that, and they just let him go.
Basically, yeah, it seems like the eyewitness accounts, even though the masks slipped, they just weren't strong enough to convict them.
Wow.
But it doesn't end there.
Okay.
As Bass was leaving the courthouse, he was immediately rearrested on burglary charges based on Madden's confession.
Oh, so they got him on something else.
Exactly.
But what about Longabaugh?
He used aliases
Okay.
like J.E. Ebaugh and J.E. Thibodeau.
Okay.
And they just let him walk away.
What?
The authorities had no idea that he was the Longabaugh that Madden talked about.
So he just walks free.
Yeah, he basically slipped through their fingers because of a misunderstanding.
Wow, that's a lucky break.
I know, right? So even though they didn't get away with a lot of money, this early train robbery is like a turning point for Longabaugh.
I see. Yeah, his first big step into the outlaw life.
Exactly. And even though it was a bit of a failure, it didn't stop him.
It didn't deter him at all.
Not at all. It's like the beginning of his career, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
I mean, it's amazing, right?
It is. You know, it's interesting, too, because it really shows you that even these infamous outlaws, they didn't always get it right.
Right.
Like, they made mistakes. They had their failures.
Absolutely.
And in this case, they had some luck on their side.
Right.
And a weak case from the prosecution.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's how they got away.
So if we fast forward like 8 years,
Okay.
there's this possible link to Butch Cassidy's Wild Bunch.
Okay.
Longabaugh might have been involved in the 1900 robbery of the Union Pacific Flyer near Tipton, Wyoming.
Huh. So maybe he joins them later on.
Yeah, it's not totally confirmed.
Okay.
But it puts him in that circle.
Right.
Like his path from that Montana train robbery was leading him towards these bigger outlaws.
It's like all these threads are starting to come together.
Exactly.
So what about Bass and Madden? What happened to them after that first robbery?
They both ended up in prison after they were retried and convicted.
Okay.
Bass got a pardon in 1897.
Okay.
And then he just disappears.
Really?
Yeah, no one knows what happened to him.
Huh.
Madden, he was released in 1898.
Okay.
And he lived out the rest of his life in Oregon City.
Wow. So different paths?
Right.
Yeah.
One event, and it just leads them in totally different directions.
That's pretty wild.
I know, right?
Okay, so now let's talk about the other half of this legendary duo.
Okay.
Robert LeRoy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy.
Right.
He got the nickname Butch because he worked as a butcher for a while.
Okay.
And Cassidy came from Mike Cassidy, who,
Yes.
taught him the ropes, rustling cattle, shooting all.
Right.
But the thing that really stands out about Cassidy is his charisma.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely a leader.
Yeah, like he had this way of getting people to follow him.
Right.
Which was key to building his gangs.
Absolutely. And it's funny because when you think about Butch Cassidy,
Yeah.
the Sundance Kid is the name that just automatically comes to mind.
Right. But like you were saying earlier,
Yeah.
Harry Longabaugh, he wasn't there from the beginning.
Right.
He came into Cassidy's life later on.
Exactly.
In the early days, it was Elsie Lay who was Cassidy's main partner.
Yeah.
So the iconic duo that we all know.
Yeah.
That wasn't always the case.
Right. So Cassidy's story starts in 1866,
Okay.
Beaver, Utah territory.
Okay.
And then his family moved to Circleville.
Okay.
And it's kind of like Longabaugh with the dime novels, right?
Uh-huh.
Cassidy had this older figure, Mike Cassidy, who was like his mentor
Okay.
in the outlaw life.
So these guys, both of them, really influenced by these older figures.
I know, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
And Cassidy's early crimes, they were pretty small time.
Yeah.
Petty theft, rustling,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And there's even a chance that he was involved in the Telluride bank robbery back in 1889.
Wow, so he's already stepping things up.
Yeah, but it's not totally confirmed.
Right.
Then around 1890, he tries his hand at ranching near Dubois, Wyoming.
Right.
But a lot of people think it was just a cover.
A cover? For what?
His outlaw activities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he probably had connections to the Hole in the Wall gangs.
Oh, wow, the hole in the wall.
Yeah, that infamous hideout in Wyoming.
It's a legendary spot.
I know, right?
So you're saying the ranch was just a front?
It's possible. Plus, he wasn't exactly making a fortune from ranching.
Right, so it makes you wonder if he was ever really serious about it.
Exactly. Was it a genuine attempt at a different life, or was it always just a way to hide in plain sight?
That's a great question.
And then, in the late 1890s, this is when the Wild Bunch really takes shape.
Okay.
With Cassidy at the helm.
As the leader.
Yeah. The core members were Elzie Lay, Harvey Logan, better known as Kid Curry.
Right, Ben Kilpatrick and Bill Carver.
Okay.
And like we said, Longabaugh joins later.
Oh.
And this is when they really start pulling off these big robberies.
Okay, so let's get into it. What were some of their most famous heists?
They robbed a bank in Montpelier, Idaho, and got away with about $7,000.
Wow.
They stole the payroll at Castlegate, Utah,
Okay.
and then a bunch of train robberies.
Wow. They were really making a name for themselves.
Oh, yeah, they were becoming notorious.
Yeah.
But here's a crazy thing. In 1899, Cassidy actually tried to get amnesty from the governor of Utah.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's like he was trying to find a way out.
Huh. Like he wanted to go straight?
It's possible, but then in 1900, they robbed the train at Tipton, Wyoming,
Okay.
and that completely blew any chance of a pardon.
Oh, so that was it.
Yeah, it really escalated the whole thing.
Wow, that's a turning point.
Right.
Yeah, because from then on, they were really on the run.
Yeah, the law was after them.
And who is leading the charge?
The Pinkerton Detective Agency. The Pinkertons, wow, they were relentless.
Oh, yeah, they really put the pressure on.
So what did the Wild Bunch do?
They made a big mistake in December 1900.
What happened?
They decided to get a group photo taken in Fort Worth, Texas.
A photo? Why?
I don't know, maybe they wanted a souvenir or something.
That seems pretty risky.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But that photo, it's known as the Fort Worth 5 picture,
Okay.
and it gave the Pinkertons clear pictures of them.
Oh no, so they lost their anonymity.
Yeah, and it was a major blow.
Wow, it's kind of ironic, right? They wanted a memento,
Yeah,
and it ended up helping catch them.
exactly.
So what was their last big score in the U.S.?
They robbed the First National Bank of Winnemucca, Nevada in September 1900
Okay.
and got away with over $32,000.
Wow.
And even during this robbery, Cassidy was still using his charm.
Really?
There's this story about him giving candy to a little boy in the bank.
No way.
And he even promised to give the boy his horse after the robbery.
What?
And he actually did.
He kept his promise.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's incredible.
It shows you how complex he was.
Yeah, like a real Robin Hood vibe.
Right. So by 1901, things were getting too hot.
Yeah, the Pinkertons were closing in.
So Cassidy and Longabaugh, along with Etta Place, decided to flee to South America.
Smart move.
They sailed to Argentina and bought this huge ranch in Cholila.
Wow, a ranch.
Yeah, they tried to become legitimate ranchers.
Huh, interesting.
It seems like they really wanted a fresh start.
Yeah, to escape their past.
Exactly.
So did it work? Did they manage to go straight?
Well, there's this letter from Butch from 1902
Okay.
that mentions their little family of 3.
Okay.
And he talks about their life on the ranch, where they
Right.
had all these cattle, sheep, and horses.
Wow, so they were really living the rancher life.
It seems like it, but it didn't last.
What happened?
By 1905, they were back to their old ways.
Really?
They robbed a bank in Rio Gallegos,
Okay.
and then they sold their ranch.
Why would they sell the ranch?
Probably because they thought the Pinkertons were on to them. Oh, even in South America.
Yeah, they couldn't escape their past.
Wow. So what did they do?
They robbed another bank in Villa Mercedes,
Okay.
and then they hightailed it over the Andes Mountains into Chile.
Wow, they were on the move again.
They couldn't stay away from the outlaw life.
It's like it was in their blood.
I guess so.
So where'd they end up?
Their final chapter seems to have taken place in Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Yeah, in November 1908.
Okay.
These 2 American bandits,
Okay.
wearing masks,
Okay.
robbed a payroll courier for the Aramayo Franque and Cia silver mine
Okay.
near a little town called San Vicente.
Wow, so they're still hitting big targets.
Yeah, and most people believe it was Cassidy and Longabaugh.
Okay.
3 days later, they were spotted in San Vicente,
Okay.
and they got a room at this boarding house.
Okay.
But the owner, he got suspicious.
Why?
They had this mule
Okay.
with the Aramayo Mine's brand on it.
Oh, no, that's a rookie mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
And he went and told the
Yeah,
authorities.
so that was it. It was a tiny detail, that mule,
Yeah,
but it led to their downfall.
that's crazy.
So on the evening of November 6th, the
Right.
Bolivian army and local officials, they surrounded the boarding house,
Wow, so they were trapped.
and a gunfight broke out.
Wow.
It went on for hours.
Oh, wow.
And then around 2 in the morning,
Okay.
there was this lull in the fighting.
Okay.
And then people heard screams coming from inside the house.
Oh, no.
Followed by 2 gunshots.
Oh, wow.
And then silence.
That must have been chilling.
I know, right?
So what happened?
The next morning, they went into the boarding house.
Okay.
And they found 2 bodies.
Oh, wow.
Both riddled with bullets.
Wow.
Longabaugh had a wound on his forehead.
Ugh.
And Cassidy had one on his temple.
Wow.
And that's why people think Cassidy might have killed Longabaugh out of mercy.
Yeah, and then shot himself.
Wow. That's a tragic end. But here's the thing. The Bolivian authorities, they couldn't positively identify the bodies, and they were buried in unmarked graves.
Wow, so we don't know for sure if that's really how they died.
Right, and that's where the official story kind of ends.
But of course, the rumors haven't stopped.
Oh, no.
People have been saying they survived for years.
Right.
Butch Cassidy's sister, Lula Parker Bettinson,
Yeah.
she's the one who really kept the story alive.
Right, she always said he came back to the U.S.
Right.
in 1925
Okay.
and lived until 1937.
Wow, so there's this whole other version of the story.
Right, and in 1991, they tried to exhume the bodies in San Vicente.
To get some answers.
Yeah, but they couldn't find any conclusive evidence.
Really?
They found one skeleton and some fragments of another,
Okay.
but no positive ID.
Wow, so the mystery continues.
I know. And then to make things even more complicated,
Oh, more?
yeah, in 2022, they digitized this old Chilean newspaper,
Okay.
and there was an article about this guy named Frank Boyd.
Frank Boyd.
Yeah, and some people think he might have been Sundance. It said he killed a police officer in Chile back in 1905
Okay.
and then fled to Argentina and Bolivia.
Huh. So maybe Sundance had a whole other life we didn't know about.
Right, it really throws a wrench in the timeline.
Yeah, it makes you question everything.
And it's just so different from the Hollywood version, right?
Oh, wait.
Like in the movies, they're these charming, almost funny outlaws.
Right, the lovable rogues.
Exactly. But in reality, they were ruthless criminals.
Right. They were involved in some serious crimes.
And there's this story about them hosting Thanksgiving dinner in Browns Park,
Okay.
which makes them seem almost domesticated.
Right, like they had a softer side.
But then you read about the robberies and the shootouts,
Yeah.
and it's hard to reconcile those 2 images.
It's like they were living double lives.
Right. It makes you wonder how much of their legend is true.
And how much is just a story.
Exactly. And what's even more interesting is even though Sundance was known as this gunslinger,
Right.
he supposedly never killed anyone in the U.S. Yeah. Which is pretty amazing when you think about it.
That's wild.
So to sum it all up,
Okay.
the idea that Butch and Sundance were partners from the start
Yeah.
is just not true.
Right.
Longabaugh started out on his own.
With that train robbery.
Yeah. And then they met up later on.
Through the Wild Bunch.
Right. And then they fled to South America.
And we're still not sure how it all ended.
Exactly. The mystery remains.
And that's why people are still so fascinated by them, right?
Oh, totally. There are tons of books and movies about them.
Yeah.
And people still claim to be related to them.
Right. Their story just captures the imagination.
It does. And I think that lack of a definitive ending just adds to it.
Yeah. The mystery keeps people guessing.
So here's a thought.
Okay.
Were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid really the last of the great outlaws?
That's a good question.
Or did their legend just outlive their actual exploits?
Right. Like, did the myth become bigger than the reality?
Exactly. And what does that tell us about how we remember the Wild West?
That's something to think about.
Yeah, like, are we romanticizing?
And that brings us to the end of another episode of Rogues Prime Galleria. I'm your host, Todd H., and tonight we saddled up and rode through the wild and legendary tale of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 2 outlaws who proved that crime might not pay, but it sure can be stylish if you've got a good aim and a better mustache. A big thanks to my trusty co-host, Eli Stone, whose research is as sharp as a 6-shooter at high noon, and Nora Steele, who brings insight cooler than Sundance in a standoff. You two make chasing history feel like a train heist gone right. And if you enjoyed the ride, make sure you hit like and subscribe, share with your fellow crime lovers, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a getaway. An episode. And that's tonight's show. So we'll see you next time on Rogues Prime Galleria.
Step inside. Don't look back. Every shadow's got a name. still sings to the suits with blood on diamond rings. Ghosts of power, greed, and flame. Every legend leaves a stain. Whispers crawl through history's halls. Mugshots hanging on haunted walls. Outlaws riding, empires fall. You're one step from it all. Truth gets buried, lies get tall, but we're the ones who hear the call. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Ponzi kings with a silver grin. My boss deals in a world of sin. Six gun smoke in a desert sky. Another outlaw lives a lie. Cold case files and a killer's code. Buried truths on a broken road. Every story that chills your spine, we bring it back to life. No escape when the truth gets loud. Faces staring from the crowd. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Every name carved in the night. Every wrong dressed up is right. If you listen, you'll hear them breathe. In the gallery, they never leave. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria. Step inside, don't you falter. Every sin, every twisted mind, we expose what you won't find. Darkness calls ya, now you're part of the past. In the Rogues Galleria, you ain't leaving once you pass.